And here on The Vibe, we cover the most exciting trends of the world and the most inspiring culture stories of today, capturing hearts and minds. We begin today's program by introducing a brand new art gallery that has just made its Beijing debut. By borrowing the star power of Alice from the famous tale Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, the newly established venue, U2 by UCCA, is showcasing an exhibition surrounding the story that took the young girl through the rabbit hole. In collaboration with London's Victoria and Albert Museum, Alice, Carisseur and Carisseur is one of the many exhibits on show. As we all know, the fantastical narrative has an enduring popularity, and even after 160 years, it continues to impact the global pop culture. Her adventure never ends, and her imagination never ceases to exist.
This exhibition welcomes visitors to Alice's Adventures in the Wonderland. Here, you'll meet Mr. Caterpillar and the Cheshire Cat and attend the Mad Hatter's Tea Party. You'll also experience a visual art journey spanning 160 years, covering the Victorian era, the Surrealist wave, the hippie movement, and contemporary fashion. The exhibition was warmly welcomed upon its first showing in London, with tickets being booked out 2 months in advance. And Beijing is the first stop on its global tour.
The year 2022 happens to be the 160th year of the birth of the Alice story. It also marks the 100th anniversary of the publication of the Chinese edition of the story. So we feel very lucky that this exhibition can actually come to Beijing despite all the challenges and difficulties.
Since its first publication, Alice's story has been translated into more than 170 languages and inspired countless works of art. Through nearly 300 precious exhibits covering 5 chapters, the exhibition combs the artistic value of Alice. Here, you can see works by Yayoi Kusama and Max Ernst, who were inspired by the famous little girl's adventure. The exhibition marks the opening of China's youngest gallery, U2 by UCCA, or U2 in short, whose slogan of contacting you and me through art is the gallery's way to attract more people to the art world.
We hope that our content can have a complete integration with our visitors, the space, and even people's way of life. This is what U2 have been and will insist on being in the future. We use pop culture stories to connect our users, our communities, and our cities. I think this is the value and significance of art. It's also what a gallery means to a city.
U2 focuses on global pop culture and hopes to collaborate with art institutions and creators around the world to introduce cross-country cooperation exhibitions to China every year.
In fact, I think it represents the growth of our country and the confidence of our culture. Many people feel surprised that as a young gallery, we can work with the best galleries in the world. This is a mission for U2, that is, to use our confidence in culture to communicate with the world.
An art garden and pop-up retail store events complement the exhibition. With Alice, Carisseur and Carisseur as the grand opening, U2 hopes to create a new cultural landmark here in Beijing. 林思月 CGTN